Starting tomorrow, more than 70,000 people are expected to descend on Indianapolis for the NRA convention. Former President Trump, former Vice President Mike Pence, and Indiana Governor Eric Holcomb are three of the featured speakers. They will take stage tomorrow at the Indiana Convention Center. The entire convention runs through Sunday.
It is our right to bear arms. It is the Second Amendment of our Constitution. It reads, a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. At the time it was written, our young, small nation had just fought for independence from a world power of the era. But now, the evolution of the Second Amendment has created a divide in the very country it had sought to protect.
When you read the Second Amendment as a whole, right, it talks about the well-regulated militia, right? So should there have to be training to be well regulated and organized? I don't know.
Original intent of Second Amendment was for self-protection.
The conversation around the Second Amendment these days can be a tough one.
Some people use it as a way to hold power over other people in a sort of a tyrannous way, to intimidate others with it.
The interpretation and understanding of the right to bear arms has evolved over the years.
I mean, when I was in school, I was taught that the individual rights basically were not so much as we understand them today, but as a militia, right? The right to defend oneself as part of a militia. But that's changed with Supreme Court interpretations.
Professor Jody Madera is an expert in constitutional law, especially the Second Amendment. She highlights a turning point in our interpretation of it.
Understandings of the Second Amendment get more complicated these days because in the 2000s, specifically 2008, this U.S. Supreme Court actually changed that holding and clarified it, basically veered off in a direction that most courts had not traveled.
A ruling that would focus on the term individual and put less emphasis on the assembly of a militia.
They said that the Second Amendment was an individual right and not a right that belonged just to a group that could be, called a militia, a group with official state permission to meet, official state permission to train, official state permission to fight.
The Second Amendment's evolution has led it to become a polarizing issue among Americans, depending on their relationship with guns.
Probably outside of personal protection and hunting. But again, where do you draw the line? And I think everyone draws the line somewhere different.
What it means essentially now is that we have two different definitions of the Second Amendment. The majority of Americans, I believe, are in this messy middle, and they just may not be terribly informed about, what exactly is going on, what exactly the Second Amendment means, but they know that gun violence is a problem. They're willing to provide some solutions that both preserves the right to carry and keeps the public safe.
The latest Supreme Court ruling regarding the Second Amendment came in 2022. It focused on a New York man and whether he needed to show a specific reason or threat so he could carry his gun in public without a carry license. We have more in-depth explanations of the Supreme Court cases and links to the Bill of Rights on our website at WRTV.com.